What's your process when you sit down to write copy?
Oh, I complain about it. So it's about a 2-week period, and 13 days and 22 hours are me pacing around complaining about the fact I have to write copy, and then I just sit down and write it.
And what makes, so you kind of touched it, but if you don't mind, let's be a little bit more tactical for the listeners. What makes a good copy? Like if you could go back and look at the old, you talked about it, the direct response, sales letters. What did you take from that, modernize it? Like what has to be in your copy in order for it to be great?
Here's what it will do for you, and here's what I want you to do next. Those are the most important things. And the middle one there, like, here's what this thing will do for you. So a lot of us think that the copy needs to be about us and our story and how we discovered the formula for the plastic in these sunglasses we're selling or whatever. And nobody cares, dude. They just don't care. They care about themselves. So what makes good copy is really a 3-step formula I learned from John Carlton. Here's what I got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what I want you to do next. And that's kind of it, you know. And if you want to church it up with the crazy story and the weird headlines and stuff, if it's appropriate, give it a shot. But personally, I have really good luck by writing copy that says stuff like, read this if you want to scale your business without complexity. That's the headline, you know, or something like that. You know, read this if you want to use social media to grow your company quickly.
You think we tend to overcomplicate things?
I do, yeah. And I think that's a product of internet marketers modeling internet marketers who have modeled internet marketers who started by modeling late 90s era direct mail people. And so what happened was you had this unbelievable talent in the late 90s, early 2000s direct mail people that the early internet people modeled and learned copy from. And that's great. And if it were an iceberg, it would be the tip of the iceberg, and the huge foundations that supported that tip are largely ignored, you know, which is like Robert Collier's stuff, Claude Hopkins' stuff, David Ogilvy's approach. Like, this is like giants. Like, we're standing on the shoulders of just giants that are forgotten because people just want to funnel hack their way to riches or whatever. And it's, you know, good on them if they're successful in doing it. But if you want to get very, very good at writing copy, thing number one is write a lot of copy. And thing number two is, you know, model and study everybody, not just the dude that came out with the copywriting course that happened to have a successful, you know, affiliate supported launch thing, you know.
There's just so much noise out there now. So I'm starting to go back to, ask me 2 years ago, I think copy mattered less than it does today. I think today a good copywriter may be the most undervalued part of your marketing campaign.
Well, most people would never even consider copy these days. Like, you know, these kids in their Instagrams, you know. But whatever, you know, who cares? As long as they're doing a good job and they're helping people, then let them go forth and help people. But if someone wants to jump into the game of copy, the best way to do it is just to write copy. And the best type of copy to write, in my opinion, is very straightforward, evidence-based copy.
That's why. So like if you have products, you're all in favor of testimonials, reviews, things like that?
No, I don't use it, because if you use a testimonial, it could be construed as a typicality claim. Okay. You know, so I'm a personal trainer and I trained Sally and she lost 1,000 pounds and I use her as a testimonial. Like, legally, I would have to have like just 7 pages of disclaimers going, hey, most people don't lose any weight. You probably won't either. Sally's a miracle. And that's just the law. So rather than, you know, be in that even remotely close to something that could be bad, I just don't use the testimonial at all.
So then how do you use evidence?
By logic, right? So like if you go to the Kern site, you'll see it. It'll say, you know, social media advertising is the greatest advertising ever. You know this to be true because this is how you got here. And then I just tell them how they got here. Well, the first thing that happened is you saw some of our content. It was designed specifically to take you, a total stranger, and turn him into someone that might be thinking, hey, these guys might know what they're talking about. Then we knew you watched it, and then we retargeted you with more content. And then you saw an ad, and now you're here. Like, evidence, you know, boom. Really, and notice this about the reader, and that's a huge thing. It's very, very important in all marketing. is it's never about us. Nobody cares about us. Thank God nobody cares about us. Otherwise, we'd have to like be cool. That would be exhausting.
I think you're a pretty cool dude.
Good Lord. I mean, I'd have to get shirts with skulls on them and like, you know, all that, you know what I mean? That would be exhausting. So everything's about the viewer and the reader. You just like, here's how this will help you. Here's evidence to support this claim, you know, try it, see what happens kind of copy. I like that better.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want, check out our most recent video over here. And this one is the one YouTube thinks you'll like. But if you really enjoyed watching, please do me a favor, like and subscribe over here. Thank you so much.